Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
I'll tell you what, I don't even know where to begin on this one.
This is going to be a barn burner, I'll tell you.
This is, there's a lot of people talking about this match. Messages up and down, left and right of my phone the last couple of days. You know, it's the last match of round 1. And then after this is the live draw for round 2, or redraw, I should say. And it's also the drawing for KO 4.0 tonight. So this is an exciting night. So that gentleman right over there, put your hands together in the chat one more time. Welcome back, the Hitman, Al Holden from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
All right.
Coming in.
I'll tell you what, everybody.
Oh, wait. It says John Kotnik yet. Crap.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You can fix it. Or you don't have to, whatever. But I was just thinking, you said, everybody's talking about this match, but they didn't really have a lot to talk about Monday night. So, it's...
I understand. I mean, what the hell's been going on all week? Boring.
All right. But this is going to be a great match. I know what Tarek's probably looking forward to. What do you think John's looking forward to?
I know John's looking forward to 8-ball. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. And Tarek is a rotation player, so it's going to be fun. And let's get it started, shall we?
Oh yeah, let's go.
This is Outer Points Productions, and we are KO 3.0. Let's get that wheel spinning.
All right. I'll remember to hit the button this time. All right, so a couple people in the chat here. John Klein, excuse me. Sean Carpenter. Let's go, John. Let's see what else we got in here. Tammy Hosvar's in the chat. Jeff Hefter, hey guys. I see my wife is out there watching. I don't know why. I hope she's watching to watch the pool. I know she's not watching to see me, so. All right. All right, so Tarek won the leg. And we are playing 8-ball. All right. So it will be a race to 9, I believe. So yeah, sorry, John. I hit you in the chat, so don't worry about it. We get you. Don't worry about it. Kevin Dorn in the chat here, liked and shared. Thank you very much. And if everybody who's out there, if you haven't, it's for your first time tuning in, or you know somebody who is out there and likes pool, share this stream to them. And everybody out there, please like and share. That's how we get this going. We'll try. Sorry, everybody. I just had to let Dale in the booth because he doesn't know the combination to his own lock.
So I just changed. I put a smart lock on, so I can pretty much open it from anywhere.
Oh, okay.
And
So if somebody wants to get in, that you can let them in?
they can't get in. Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, so somebody can say, hey, I got to get in for this, or somebody
Correct.
else is going to do the stream
I can
or
let them
something?
in if I'm in Chicago somewhere.
Oh, that's perfect.
Pretty modern technology.
It's amazing.
All right, folks, we got a barn burner brewing. This is going to be fun. Let me change. It is 8-ball race to 9.
Michael Parker in the chat. Thank you for the stream, guys. Liked and shared from the cabin. Wonderful. Michael, been watching all your pictures on Facebook there. It looks great up there. Todd Jewell, what's up, fellas?
Except for when he put his truck in the water.
Yeah. Todd Jewell says, what's up, fellas, and Cheddar. Trevor Simpson.
Remember, I have the timeout button at my disposal.
Trevor says he's tuning in from League Night.
What's going on, Trevor? I'll tell you, I got to give a shout out to Dumper Dan and Trevor Simpson, because Monday night they did an incredible job in the booth, and I went back and watched it after my match. I watched a little bit of it and then watched some more of it the next day, and you guys knocked it out of the park. And you know what? Actually, and not even just those guys, but Todd Jewell as well, Jeff Getch, Tim Stockinger, my parents, Lisa, everybody was here. You know, it was a good time.
That's amazing to me.
I'm glad I didn't disappoint.
I didn't know you had that many people who knew
I didn't either.
or liked you.
I didn't. I never said that they liked me. Al.
Oh, okay. I bet they were showing up to see you lose, and they got disappointed probably.
All right, we're going to be muting Al real quick tonight. All right, let's get to the chat because it is loaded up with viewers already. Welcome, everybody. Cody Taylor was the very first one in there. That's a new one. Sean Carpenter. Always Right is back in the chat. And it's not rotation. Well, isn't that special?
All right. Fred.
What's going on, Tammy Hosevar? They are tuning in. Her and Louie Hosevar are tuning in from Phoenix, Arizona. And they have been waiting for this for 2 days. So is everybody. Who's that Leanne Holt? Why does that lady have your last name?
I don't
The
know.
the same last name.
Quiet.
Oh.
Quiet.
She doesn't know she has your last name?
No, she knows, but she doesn't admit that either. So.
Oh, yeah. Smart woman.
That's what I thought. Fred Renner in the chat said, I'm done pickling. Woohoo!
Got a boy. Jeff Hefter. What's going on? And Mr. Kevin Dorn and Andy Kuntz liking and sharing. You know what? I got it fixed. Check this out.
Finally, it broke.
It's working again.
Finally working.
I fixed it today.
After like 2 weeks, he's finally got it fixed.
So use it.
All right.
Use it.
Yeah.
Or you lose it.
All right.
If you're not a subscriber, please do.
All right. So Tarek's.
There's Trevor Simpson himself. Tim Stockinger.
Oh.
Redmond Danforth. What's going on, Redmond? Brad Klein. Good morning. What?
He maybe just got up.
Yeah, typical Brad. Adam Lutz. Kevin Dorn saying, lucky you, Trevor. I don't know what that means, but we're going to ignore Kevin. Well, 5-3 is a challenging shot because of where the 12 ball is. He'd have to get between that and the pocket, and then perfect speed to get down 2 rails.
I played the 3 first.
Yeah, 3 to the 5 and 5 to the 8 might be a little tricky depending on what he gets here. So
You play 2 rails out on the 3, and you come natural. And I mean, you don't get straight in. You don't want to go to the. So you can play 2 rails to the upper right corner there. So I think.
Yeah, you hit it well.
It's a little over.
Ooh.
Still's not.
Got a little straight.
Still not that bad. It looks like he can probably draw out of this. I think that overhead shot would probably. If you got that, there you go. Look at that.
I think he's going to have to play this with high right. Come 2 rails over by the side pocket. Or just right-hand spin, actually.
Looks like what he's doing.
Yeah. It's a good shot.
Played it well. So that's good shot there. So that's Tarek on the board, and our first break and run of the night.
That's a good start.
Very well played. So Trevor Simpson says, yeah, keeping the volume down so not to expose my opponents to the torture.
Good one. All right, our first sponsor spotlight is, we finally got this up from Mr. Rich Stadler. They make billet spin is actually EDC. So what that stands for is everyday carry items. Okay, so EDC, or they make pens, they make spinners, and now they actually did some chess pieces, and now they're getting into folding knives, which is, and it's all exotic metal, or I shouldn't say all of it, but, well, you can see the description.
Right.
From some standard and exotic materials, and they just do incredible work. I've been over to the plant, and they've got like 3 or 4 Mazak machines, which are, if anybody's ever ran one of the CNC machines, they are freaking incredible. And billet spin is the one that, if you remember, like 2.5 years ago, the Saber Q.
Okay. Yep.
That was all made out of titanium and everything else. It was just absolutely gorgeous. That's where that came from. So,
that's wonderful.
check out their website. They have got some really cool stuff.
And after,
all right, I think we are going to see our first look at Mr. Kotnik coming to the table after a dry break. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're staying dry after, 4 days in a row of dampness in the state of Wisconsin. It's been raining and raining and raining.
But at least it hasn't been any hail or anything like that. We did hear about some
couple of tornadoes,
stuff,
by Fort Atkinson and
yeah. Austin Treba in the chat. Hi, Dale. What's up, Austin? Say hi to your dad for me again. Mr. Dumper Dan Welsh.
He retracted his message. I wonder why. I bet he said something bad about you.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We could only hope.
Well, I'll tell you something. I know he likes me a lot more than he likes you, so that's 50-50 there. So,
yeah, we'll see about that.
Was Dan the best man at your wedding?
I've never been married, so nope, he wasn't.
All right. All right,
John electing to take solids, and probably a good choice, other than the fact that now that 12 and 14 are completely in the way. But I think he might have the angle. If he can play this 5 or 1 past the 5, he may have a good angle to get on this.
I think he may go with... Oh. I think he may go with inside English here, if he can, and try and kick that 14 ball out. Just like that.
He sure did. Didn't leave himself with a whole lot to shoot at, though.
But this is a really good spot to play it safe here.
Yep. Just hit the left side of the 5 and duck right between the 6 and the 7.
Yeah.
Or hit the 7 and...
There you go.
This is jail.
Yeah.
I mean, this is jail.
No, I don't think there's any way he can hit that 14. I don't think he can hit anything else.
I don't think he could hit any ball.
That's amazing.
Then again, I shouldn't say that because every time I've tried, I'm just not going to say anything.
I don't even know if you can get out from there without hitting either the 5 or the 7. That looks really tough.
Mike Bonnell asked the question. I honestly, no, they have not. I guarantee it because it kind of brings me to the point. So, John, his player spotlight went a little bit long because there's only one player spotlight tonight because Tarek's already done his from the last
2.0.
2.0, and I don't want to do 2 player spotlights of the same player. It doesn't make any sense. Plus, I'll be asking all the same questions. And nothing's changed.
And if somebody talks to you once, they don't want to talk to you
They don't want to
again.
be in here again anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, and
Are
he got
you
a hit.
kidding me?
Oh, my gosh.
That was a heck of a hit. That's why I said I'm just not going to say anything. 'cause
Now
it just-
John really doesn't have hardly a hit. He's got the 2 ball, and that's about it here. That's... Wow.
Yeah, take that, Al. I have a better looking shirt on than you do.
That's true. That's true. I haven't got mine yet, Dan, so...
Much appreciated, Dumper, and it fits like a charm. I didn't even know you could. I didn't know that Dumper Dan ordered out of the junior catalog.
Well, it's even a small for a junior catalog, so it's
That was a hell of a cut by John.
It was. And he got the break. Probably.
Well, if he can get the 7, that is the shot that he has to take at this point.
I don't think you can see this. Well, I don't know. Looking at this, that's pretty close. He might
I'll tell you what.
be able
I'll
to hit
tell you
it.
if we can see it or not.
He's
Oop.
going to spin it. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he had it.
And got it.
Damn lefties.
Yeah, I tell you. I was when we used to play pool league and I was on his team. It always amazed me because he'd shoot a shot and he'd end up. And I thought, oh no, he's in jail because you can't reach that. And sure enough, he's a lefty. And
Look at the amount of inside English he put on that.
Yeah.
I mean, a ton of inside English.
yeah, but where are you going with the 8 ball now?
Right?
Unless you're going to try and open something up here.
It does. I'm looking right at it. It's tight, but it does go off the corner, off the 11 in that pocket. That's a tough shot, though.
Yeah, well, if I'm playing on a valley, I'm shooting that shot. And if playing on a diamond, I'm not sure I'm going to shoot that shot.
Well, Andy Kuntz, I'm not giving anybody any excuses or anything, but and I like what you're doing. If you get an opportunity, everybody. So there's 94 viewers watching right now at this moment. I'm assuming just about every one of them is already a subscriber. If I was a betting man, and I am a betting man, so but. There's a lot of people that all of you guys know out there that are not subscribers that may really enjoy the pool but not the commentary, or the commentary and not the pool, which is like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. My point being is share the heck out of it. Share it, like it, share it.
Yep. And we are at 894 subscribers as of this point right now, and 106 more. That's all we need, Dale. 106 more subscribers, and Little Cheddar will be getting a tattoo.
Tattooed.
Yep.
Actually, right now we are at 99 viewers.
All right.
That's good stuff.
It is.
Well, I think John has one pocket for this 8-ball, and it is a nasty cut bank. Whatever, Kevin Dorn.
Well, a little short on that, but that was a very tough shot.
Yeah, that was a tough rack to get out of. He played it all well except the last one.
Yeah. Andy Kuntz has 100 or 896 subscribers now, 104 to go.
Mm-hmm.
So just on that little statement you made, or somebody else probably, and it probably wasn't anybody listening to you, but
No, hell no.
somebody else probably told somebody about it. They said, "Come on, you got to watch this." So, probably because of these two players out here.
It's got nothing to do with the commentary.
I would say
It
not.
never does.
Yeah, it's.
You know, I actually, when it was Dan and Trevor in the booth on Monday night, I actually lost subscribers.
Oh, okay. Well, you probably will lose some more because of me being in here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. They'll come back as soon as I'm gone. So.
I fully expect that.
Yeah. Huh? All right. Well, I think I'll play the 13 here. Probably play the 9 next. 10, 15, and I think he's out. Scott Kugel in the chat.
Yeah, I was ignoring that comment.
Good evening, gentlemen, and Dale. It's about the third time I heard that same statement. It's a running theme here, I think.
I have better things to do with my time than read comments like that.
Well.
How you doing, Sweet Pea? Yeah, Tarek has got himself in a funky little position here. Very thin cut on the 9 or a very thin cut on the 10. And try to find position.
I don't know. I think I kind of like playing safe here.
Yeah, or safe.
That
is not a bad idea.
I think you just roll this ball down into the 15. You're going to probably leave him a kick, but, I mean, better than leave him a good shot, a good look at it. That's what it looks like here.
And I'll guarantee you, John is happy to be back at the table.
Yeah.
This table, if you've never played on it before, and I know a lot of you haven't, it does bank short. Yep. So that's one thing that John was actually practicing before the game, was some of the banks. And he probably is well aware of that. I think as the odds are probably with John, I'd say 50-50 this goes in. didn't want to do that. What's going on, Pete Beshta? Thank you for liking and sharing.
What's up, Petey?
How many likes have we got already? Holy cow, 28? We have 114 viewers and only 28 likes. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Or as Scott Kuga would say, that hurt my feeling.
Maybe
my one feeling.
Maybe we should ask people to try and see if they can use their like button. It's
see if it's working. Yeah, it might not be working.
It's real easy to do. So all you gotta do is back out of the chat there, and it'll show you those little hands at the bottom of the screen. I know most people who know us will probably push to the thumbs down button, but if you like the stream and you like the pool action and everything else, and it's just going to get better as the evening goes along, like and share. Let other people know what's going on, and so they can enjoy it with you.
All right, sponsor spotlight number 2. This is really well written.
Yes.
I still have to give Kevin Dorn and Lynn Dorn. It's actually Lynn Catherine, I believe, is what the LK stands for. Painting and Staining, and they are based out of Macville, and they paint and stain things.
Oh, okay. That's what the thing says.
Really well written.
It must have been Kevin that came up with that, because
there's no doubt about it.
Andy Kuntz says 116 likes, or 116 viewers, I should say. Excuse me. All right. One more time.
All right.
I think I heard him. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Found him.
Larry Dassau on the chat. Good evening.
What's going on, Larry?
Fellas. All right. Tarek to break. Yeah. Made a ball.
1 strike down.
Everything's pretty well.
He's going to have
open.
if
The 8 ball is the only problem here,
I would take solids here.
Yeah.
And I would actually consider leaving that 4 for last.
You
play the 7 or the 2 first.
The 3 and the 6 is the 3's makeable in the upper right hand corner there, so I don't think there's a lot of problems here if you take solids.
No, I don't think so either. It's a good looking rack.
Of course, I think even if you took the stripes, you'd still have 2 real good swings at the 8 ball if you had to get it out of there, but you could probably move the 4 if you had to also. So,
all right, so we've got a couple of new sign-ins into the chat. Of course, we have Baby Cheddar.
Hey, Baby Cheddar. We missed you the other night.
What's going on? So Judy Ninke or Ed Ninke. What's going on? Hopefully this will be a good match. I agree. This has had a lot of anticipation. Tarek was out in Vegas for the last week, so that's the reason why they never scheduled their match ahead of time yet, and why it took so long for that to be the last one, just so everybody is well aware of that. Mm-hmm. But it's here now.
Brad Klein in chat.
Roger Pregler as well. What's going on, Roger?
Mr. Pregler, how are ya?
You laughing at your wife?
No, I'm actually laughing at Brad Klein's comments.
No, actually, Brad, that's the sound that a lot of people are listening to when you're talking. It's either that or the sound of an ice pick going into your eardrum. Oh, boy. I think you just put that 2 right nestled up tight to the outer point. That's not where you want to be. Well, not tonight. I mean, not now. Maybe later.
Everybody's seen that out on Facebook and YouTube. That's been shared 100 million times. That's an easy shot. You play the one, you stop, and you just pound that ball in there.
Not on a diamond.
No, that's
not on a diamond table.
Oh, sure. We'll wait and see. I think there's a little bit of room there yet, but I don't know that I would have played up here.
Let's take a look. No, can't really tell. Boy, that looks pretty tight. I think he's going to try to get an angle on the one and maybe give it a little bit of a nudge.
There you go. That's now if we could zoom in on that too, that would be the angle. But I still wouldn't. I don't think I would have played up table here to play these balls first. That's.
Actually, if the 2 does go, this is the perfect order because then I would play the 1, 2, 6, 8. Well, no, that 13 is my booth cam is right in the way. I can't even see the 13 ball.
See the 13. Yeah,
I got to put my seat higher.
I think he's going to play the 6, 1, 2. I think he can make the 2 from the way he's looking at it, and he's going to just float across for the 8 ball. But we'll wait and see. That's why we're all here, to watch and find out.
I'll tell you, you've got the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket down in the corner, bottom left, and I'll tell you, that side pocket is tight. That is no gimme. So he's going to play this pretty thin and try to get right between that 13 and 8. It's a good shot.
Yep. Well played.
Yikes.
That ball almost rolled out there. Wow. All right, 3-0 here. And I'm sure Dale is probably going to go to another sponsor spotlight here.
What makes you think that?
Oh, I don't know. Watching the stream for about 6 months now.
Let's go to... Why not? This is another really well-written... and this is a shout-out to Dumper Dan because not only did he do a great job on his commentary on Monday night for my match, but how well written this sponsor spotlight is. It's the envy of all the other sponsors. They all want to be.
It's really that good, huh? Wow.
Is that not incredible? Hats off. Well done, Dan. I mean, that is. It almost brings a tear to the eye, doesn't it? You get choked up, and it makes you want to book a charter.
It does. I got one question though. Are you charging them by the letter?
Oh, that might be the reason. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
No, I charge by the page, so
okay.
It's unlimited words.
Oh, okay. I know he knows more.
Dan just didn't
I know he knows more words than I know that. So maybe it was early morning that he thought that up.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
And he was having to
Sure.
probably rush out the door to do a charter probably.
Sure.
I'm thinking, and he just didn't have a lot of time. So
That's probably it.
And I know he didn't want to leave it up to you because who knows if anybody leaves it up to you, what would be on there.
I'd have just left it blank.
Well, we've had 4 breaks by Tarek. 2 have been table runs and 2 have been dry breaks.
Well, it's a little bit easier than John's last one. I wouldn't say it's easy, but the 3 ball is going to be potentially a pain in the rear end. And that's really about it. To maybe to the 8, that might be a challenge.
Well,
he's got to get that 2 out of there right now. I mean that's a must. So that way you got a pocket for the 3 ball because that's the only pocket it's going in right now.
All right. 2-6, and if you can get on the right long rail here to play the 6, you can play 2 rails or just 1 rail out. I play the 3 next, personally.
I think I'd actually play the 5 right now.
Play the 5.
Maybe not. That might be a little bit more angle than what it looks like from our view here. Yeah, that's too much angle. He'll end up hooking himself on the 9 or the 14.
Yeah.
6 to the 3.
Yeah, that's I think.
It's got to get that 3 out of there quickly.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. So this is ideal because now he'll end up with either a shot on the 4 or the 5. Should.
Right. Now the only thing is if you float to play this, you maybe come off that 13 funny. And it's kind of hard to draw off this.
Yeah, I don't think I draw out of this.
Yeah, so
because that brings in way too much traffic.
So you're either having to play inside English or just float. And who knows, if that 9 is going to potentially be a really big ball there. So because you don't really have a shot on the 1 after this, unless that's.
Well, this man has seen just about every shot known to man or to any other pool player. And one of the things that we talked about in his player spotlight, this man has 8 state titles.
Yep.
So he knows his way around a pool table.
Again, you're tough here. I said that 13 was going to be.
He does have, if he so chooses, he could actually play this straight on and play the 4 off the 11. The thing is, he doesn't want to hit it too hard where that 11 goes in front of the 5.
Right. But I kind of like that. I like even maybe. Yeah, play it off the 11, but I played a
Just
1
smooth.
next. I played a 1 next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
play
played
4-1, 4-1-5-8.
Yeah, and going for the.
Yeah, just like I said,
Yeah.
a little bit off of the 11. The only problem is
No, he's got the 11.
he
in the way.
is
Yeah.
over. I think he almost has to play the 5 first because now he's jacked up over the 11. He can't draw back to get to the 5.
Right.
This is a tough position.
Mm-hmm.
He can just play the 1 and float and take the
Oh well, struck
holy
there.
inside English.
And the 8 goes by the 15, so there's no problem there. As long as you can get past the 14, that's. But he just hit that one so well with that inside English. Just like that.
Wow. Wow. That was one hell of an out by John. All right, John is on the board and just made a little bit of a statement to Tarek. I am not going anywhere, young boy.
That's right. Tarek maybe had visions of going 9-0 here, and
I doubt that.
John shut him up real quick.
All right, we've got 122 viewers and only 44 likes, 45 likes. Come on, get out there, like it, subscribe.
Come
If
on,
you're not a
people.
subscriber, please do that. We need to get to I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of next week.
That'll work. Are you going on vacation so we can?
That's funny. That is hilarious. Oh, guess what I forgot to do?
Uh-oh.
Sponsor spotlight.
Oh, well, John was pretty quick there.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. This is a really good rack for John because I think everything is wide open on solids.
Okay.
He can save that 7 for last to use as a blocker for the 9 and the 15. I think the 3 goes past the 13. Al, you're actually looking right down at it. Does the 3 go past in the side?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, yes. Plenty of room. You can just float off the 2 and you got plenty of room.
Justin Ellingson and Jeff Sopa joining in. Howdy as well. Good evening, Jeff. Oh, she's loud.
Yeah, we got supposedly a soundproof booth here. We got a woman out here
No,
talking, and
kinda loud.
Yeah, I don't see how the guys can concentrate on shooting pool.
Yeah.
That's true.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Larry Dasso, are you doing a redraw for the remaining players after this match? Yes, sir, I am. And that's what everybody that's left in 3.0 and about 200 other people are waiting for tonight,
That's it.
including me.
And Larry, there's actually going to be 2 draws this evening.
I'm going to try to do 2 draws. The challenging part is I'm going to have to go back and look at the Facebook post to see. So there's 16 teams. It's Scotch doubles.
Yes.
So there's 32 names. That is going to take me a long time to load that into digital pool. And I'm serious, like a long time. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that tonight. I may have to come back and do it live tomorrow.
I was just going to say it. Whoa.
What's up, Hocus Pocus?
Oh. Boy, he just hit about 5 outer points there, dropping that one.
Bill Larson in the house.
Mr. Larson, what's up?
You know, the best way to do it, you know, if you want to build the subscribership, and again, we're shooting for 1,000. That's the biggest goal. Give you a really quick synopsis or a tutorial on how it works. If you go to the YouTube channel, Outer Points Productions, there's 3 little dots in the upper right. You hit those 3 little dots, and it says share link or copy link. Yep. Share. And then you copy the link and just put it on everybody's phone. Send it to everybody. Send it to everybody on Facebook. Send it to all your friends. Send it to
your
send it to
mother.
everybody.
Send it to your brother. Send it to your
cat.
Send it-
They don't have a
Send it
phone.
to people you don't like. Just send it to everybody. That's how Dale got all his subscribers since he started. He sent it to everybody who doesn't like him, and
Correct.
Look what happened. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Ouch.
That's
Well,
a good miscue.
That's a very fortunate roll there.
I think I would have miscued about 4 times with this lady yelling in the background here.
Wow. Struck that so well.
He sure did. Well, regardless of the facts, it is now 3-2. That is 2 break and runs, or actually a run and then a break and run from Mr. Kotnik. So, with that being said, let's get to the sponsor spotlight of Al's Neck of the Woods,
Hey.
Home Sweet Home Real Estate. That is Bobby Jo Kuntz. She is the owner and broker from Waupun, Wisconsin. She has many years of experience in residential, land, farm, and commercial real estate. If you want some exceptional service, do not hesitate to call Bobby Jo, 920-345-1055. All right, rack number 6.
So Mr. Larson says just practicing and watching pool. We all wish we could do
What are you
that.
practicing, Bill?
I'm assuming he's practicing pool.
Sure he is. All right, John Kotnik with a dry break of his own. Leaving Tarek with only 1 stripe to shoot at. That'd be the 14 in the side, and he's going to have to let the cue ball unhinge a little bit because I don't think that 11 goes. Or it does, but not from that angle. And he's got 2 shots at a solid, and that's a thin cut on the 6 all the way down or the 2 ball. So this is not an easy starting position for Tarek. John might be happy that he didn't make a ball.
Yeah. Of course,
We'll
if
find out.
If he would have made a ball, there would be 1 less ball on the table to block something.
Oh, yeah,
so
good point.
He might have had a shot.
Michael Parker says Bill Larson is practicing his stance again. You know, I was going to say it, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it again. I mean, it's been so many times. Well played, Michael Parker. Atta boy.
Mr. Troy Erickson. Let's go blood.
The only person on the planet that is roughly my age and just a hair shorter than me and my wife.
You both have your high heel shoes, right?
I just wear mine on the weekends. Yeah, I still have them.
Oh, okay.
I don't choose to wear them during the week.
You did take home your stool from the other night, by the way, right?
That's a little personal. Jesus, what in the hell's wrong with you, Al? Are you serious?
Well, your mother said that she
Holy cow.
brought along your stool so you could have something to stand on.
Oh, that stool.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a thin cut on the 14 here, looks like. Or unless he's going in the corner. Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, it was a tough opening shot.
Yeah,
No matter what he played, it was not going to be easy.
That's true.
And he's actually given John a really good opportunity to play the 9 in the side and get a shot on the 10.
Yeah, and if you get
which
on
is
the
one of
10,
the hardest.
Get on the 10 to get on the 14. And
Yep.
That's, yeah. 'Cause the 13 goes in by the 11. That's you actually got a big pocket there.
There we go. 49 likes.
All right,
Love
there
it.
we go. Keep going, people. Let's go.
50.
Let's get up to 75 here.
You know, now that I have it working again, I'm just going to abuse the hell out of it.
Well, heck yeah.
You know, why not?
Yeah. Well, we have to let the people know who don't know about it. So that's that's always a good thing. Bill Larson says he's working on his approach. You know Bill fairly well, correct?
I know Bill really well.
You played against Bill before?
I have.
Does he use any kind of aids to help him in shooting?
Not all that often. He is really good at leaving himself very close to the rail on most shots or most leaves.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, he uses a bridge just like anybody else.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, Bill, what's your Fargo right now? I'm just kind of curious.
Michael says, good luck, Bill, and congratulations on your sponsorships.
Well, I tell you what, I am very proud, and I know Bill will do us proud as well, but I'm very glad to be one of Bill's sponsors for the wheelchair tournament. Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket gets John Kotnik.
Yeah.
Now it's still open, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm actually surprised that he went for solids, being worth
Me too.
7. But if you can get there off the 3, it goes by the 12. Looks like. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room by the 12. So.
Yep, Bill is 597. I'll tell you what, he shoots more like about a 630. Good night, Leanne.
Good night, dear. Have a
Hey.
good night.
It's like you said, you didn't talk to her.
See you tomorrow after work. All right. Bill says he's a 597. Which probably makes him better than both you and I.
Well, that's why I said he shoots like a 625.
I understand that.
He is very consistent and getting better all the time. Really not much trouble anymore for Tarek here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this could potentially be the only... Well, no. Having the 2 where it is, it gives him a lot more opportunity.
Right.
He doesn't have to get perfect shape. Like, he's going to play the 3 next, and most likely the 2 after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2, 1, 7, or 6, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe the only problem.
I agree with Scott Kugel.
That was a really, really well played shot. It's real easy to play to the middle of the table there and want to play to the middle of the table, but you have a lot of block. That 1 and 10 would have been a big blocker if you roll a little too far. So coming to that second rail, he took that out completely out of play there.
Yeah, definitely gave himself a better angle in the 2-ball.
Playing rail first here.
And the biggest danger with that is just like that. If you hit that 2 just a little thin, it is going to go racing past where you needed the cue ball to be. So now he's got to come up with a shot.
Yep.
And that 14 could definitely come into play if he decides to play the thin cut on the 1.
Right.
He almost has to play the 1 first.
Yeah. But I think he's looking to play maybe off the 11.
That is... the 6 off the 11. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
6 off the 11 and coming across to play the 7 where the 11 is going to be gone from in the lower right there.
Bill and Scott Kugler are going at it in the chat. I love a good argument in the chat. Keep it up. Yeah, looks like he is going to play the 1. And overcut it. That is really fortunate.
Yeah, it's
that is quite a break for Tarek. But I'll tell you what, John's very happy to be at the table right now. Otherwise, it could have easily been 4-2. And now John, even though it is a thin cut on the 14, he could play this with inside English, and the 6 is a blocker for the scratch down in the corner. And there's really no other scratch he has to worry about except off the 13 in the corner by the 11. So I think he is going to attempt to cut this with a lot of pace.
You got one problem there. VDM.
Yeah, that's true. Beautifully struck.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. Yeah, that's wow. And he got shape on the 12, which is one of the hardest balls on the table. So John's looking at that 10, and I think it's glued to the outer point. Kind of like Al when he was about 6 months old.
I think that just like Tarek had earlier, I think that 10 goes fairly easy. It looks worse than it is from up here, I think. Maybe not. He's looking at it a third time here.
So Andy Coons sent me a picture of the John Klein shirt from the other night. I love My Outer Points.
Yes.
Productions. Now I got to go find it and then add it, and then we'll... Wait, didn't I put it up there?
You had put it up there once before. I know last week when I was here, last weekend. When was I here? Saturday?
I don't know. You're here so often. You should just live here, Al.
Okay.
Good use of inside English there to get that cue ball to stop. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if he got a shot on the 13 like he wanted.
Yeah, it looks a little...
That is the trouble ball, I think. He may be able to... Well, he's getting down on it pretty quick, so it must go pretty... Oh, yeah, easily.
And...
Now he can actually play any one of the 3.
Right.
That's always a good thing to have an 8 ball.
Yeah.
Well, I think John's probably going to save this 10 for last.
Yeah.
Well, it must go pretty easy, so this should be. I'll just wait. It's only 2 balls.
I think I would have played that a little stronger.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe just a little bit more firm, but it's all good.
But of course,
Center pocket.
I'm not John Kotnik either.
Nope,
So.
you're not. You are not, and we are all. Speaking of not,
yeah,
we are knotted up at 3 apiece. So Tarek jumps out in front in the beginning of the match, 3-0, and then John comes roaring back. Like he does, and ties it all up. So this is good. It's like we were talking about. This is good stuff.
yeah.
All right, quick. The newest one, Midwest Aerial Productions. This is my nephew Cody Retlick, founder of Midwest Aerial Productions. MAPS, they call it, since 2017. He has been providing high-quality aerial services all across the United States, such as photos, video content, thermal inspections, 3D mapping, FPV drone tours, and more. I know Cody has a bunch of contracts with Menards, and he does aerial footage of all of that you see with it flying over the parking lot and looking at the big Menard sign on the front of the building. That's my nephew. So.
All
right, you did miss a whole lot because John broke dry, so everything's on the table for Tarek in rack number 7.
And everything's pretty well open. There's not a lot of trouble here that I see. Solids or stripes. Potentially the only problem would be if you shot solids and you had to deal with the 8 ball. But with guys who play as well as these two do, I don't think that's much of a problem either.
That was Sean Carpenter's idea. And it's no disrespect to anybody. And sorry, Sean. I'm telling you, I can take credit for maybe about 20% of this stream these days, because there's so many people that have come up with some great ideas. Really great ideas. Okay, maybe 21%.
Dale usually takes about 90% of the...
I'll take the credit for it.
Yeah, you take about 90% of it usually.
Yeah, no doubt.
Of course,
that's what I do.
If it wasn't for you, though, Dale, we all appreciate everything everybody does, but without you here, this wouldn't be where it's at. And I get it. You are a very humble person. Well,
when did that start?
Yeah, I don't know. And Dale is very quick to acknowledge everybody who helps out in the stream. And granted, so am I. I give props to everybody who has helped out, from even thinking this up to building the booth to everybody who shares and likes online. But without Dale and being here every night like he is, this would not be possible. So hats off to you, Dale.
Thanks. Much appreciated. It's like I was saying in my player spotlight on Monday. I love what I do.
What'd you say? I didn't listen to
it. Me. Most people didn't. I don't blame them.
Yeah. All right. Good shot there.
Well, I think this is probably the key to the rest of... Well, honestly, it really shouldn't be that difficult, but, there's some traffic down there, so he's going to have to get between the 5 and the 14 to get a shot on either the 9 or the 15.
I kind of hit this with a little pace here.
Me too.
Try and get that 14 out a little bit.
Me too. I think I would try to run into that as long as you don't hit it too much and put the 8 in the side.
Yeah, because if you hit this a little soft, that 14 is going to roll over against the rail and potentially behind the 8. And then you're really stuck. Good pace. Missed them both, but got a shot.
I don't know if that's what Tarek was. I mean, obviously he was going over there, but he kind of shook his head after that shot, like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but I'm going to take it.
Heck yeah. So you can see better than me. If you stop on the 15, do you have the 14 straight in the side? Or is that for potentially a blocker?
All right, go ahead and block Bill Larson.
Okay, how do I do that?
Put him in timeout. So hover over, the 3 dots up there, and then maybe not. So yeah, go down to Bill's comment there, and then click on. There's the 3 dots.
Oh,
yeah. Let's give him. There you go. Put the user in timeout. Let's give him a full minute to start out with and see if his attitude changes a little bit.
Bill, I know you won't be able to answer me for about 45 seconds yet, but I know your position, so.
Yeah, he's sitting down.
Well, I have to put my foot in that, didn't I? Well, this is he trying to get behind?
If he catches a piece of this 14, this could get ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit that really good.
Yeah, he did.
That almost stayed on the table. If that was in the Didio vault down here, the Vincent vault, that would have stayed. That'd still be sitting on the table right now. But it's not, and that makes it 4-3 in favor of Tarek. We're just exchanging games here. Okie dokie. So, with that being said, let's go to... All right, I guess we're taking a timeout.
All right.
Well, I guess there's no better time than doing... yeah, I don't have it loaded, so... I'll tell you what. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, we'll just take a minute here.
Give me 2 seconds, folks, and we are going to do the John Kotnik Player Spotlight.
Well, Bill, or Brad, I should say.
All right, here we go, folks. This is the John Kotnik
And I'm looking
Player
at that.
Spotlight. Yeah, and everybody just seen that, too.
No, I'm pointing.
Because I just started it.
Okay,
so,
cool.
just the beginning of the recording.
Great. Hi.
Hey, everybody, we're in the middle of the match, obviously, with John Kotnik and Tarek Hamdan. Of course, welcome to the Player Spotlight of Mr. John Kotnik. And he actually asked if he could say a couple of things before I start the spotlight. So, have at it.
I'd like to give a shout out to Louie and Tammy Hocevar in Arizona, Sun City, and my training partner, manager Phil Bussey in Green Lake, and my veteran brother in arms, Steve Miller out in Kansas.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody.
That's fantastic. Actually, Tammy and Louie have been watching pretty much every episode every night.
I
So
talk to them almost every day.
It's pretty cool. And Tammy put on the post from today. She's pretty damn excited about this one. So hopefully we're watching a really good match right now.
I hope so. I hope so.
John, tell everybody who's John Kotnik. What did you do for a living? Are you retired now, or
I am retired, but
Okay.
let me preface this with this little story that you'll enjoy about our boy Al Holden, who's not in the booth right now. This is in the
Can't wait.
late 80s or so. One day, I'd never laid eyes on him before. I come walking into Sly's Midtown Saloon, and here's this guy at table number 1 playing 9-ball, and he's got a wife beater t-shirt on, cut off jeans that are cut crookedly, one leg's longer than the other, some sawdust gym shoes of some sort, and a black fedora hat. So I go up to Sly and said, "Who the hell is this guy?" "Oh, that's Al the Hitman Holden." I said, "Hitman? Well, is he connected or something?" Well, I don't
Is it
know.
the Sheboygan mob?
I don't know about that. So, at that point, I was running a lot of tournaments back in those days, and when I'd have Calcuttas, I tried to loosen the money up and tell a little story or make something funny about every player that I introduced. So when Al came up, I introduced him as Al the Hitman Holden, Sheboygan, drives a cab for a living for Sheboygan Cab Company. So I said, he's driver number 9 in a fleet of 8. So that's how that all got started. So that's all I got. That's all I got.
That's fantastic.
Driver number 9. Don't ever forget that.
Cabbie number 9. I actually,
driver number 9.
I remember that. It's holy shit. That's 40 years ago
Yeah,
already.
probably.
35 years ago. That's awesome. So, John, you worked at Kohler, right?
I did for 42 years.
What did you do at Kohler?
Well, I did a variety of things. The last 10 years or so, I was in brass maintenance, and for the last year or so, I was running the brass maintenance, and we were just losing employees. That was when the economy was failing again, around 2011, 2012, and they started offering early out packages to management types. So I took it. I have VA insurance to fall back on for the 3 years to get me to 65. So I was out already a month before I was 62, and I
Fantastic.
don't regret a minute of it.
I'll bet not. How long have you been playing?
I've been playing. God Almighty, it's about to be 60 years.
Holy hell!
So if you do that math, I started 9 years before I was born, apparently, but yeah, about 60 years.
9 years before. Hang on. What the fuck? Sorry. That doesn't add up at all.
Well, see, I got kind of screwed when I had my birthday, actual birth. When I got to be 8-9 years old, I started checking it out, and I found out that entire day was totally overshadowed. Some guy invented the wheel or something. So I got no attention.
John Kotnik's
no
social
respect.
security number starts with 0000
Yeah.
00.
It's 803. Yeah, I've been playing pool about almost 60 years. I started when I was 13. I'm about to be 73
Wow.
in a few days.
You don't look a day over 72.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey, anytime.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite game, John?
My favorite game is straight pool. I grew up on straight pool. Straight pool was
Wow.
the game at that age, and I've learned over the years. I had won my first state championship in Class B at about 28 years old, and then in the mid 80s I started training with Frank Stellman, sailor of Racine. I was going down there 2 to 3 times a week for 3.5 years. I was stealing everything I could from him, and straight pool will improve any game you play because it's the most concentrated game of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You make one little mental mistake and you're screwed. Your run is over. Everybody thinks it's easy. You can make any ball you want, but you've got to do a lot more than that. And you get to measure what your high run is, and you learn how to move balls and exactly where they're going and why you're moving them there. And it goes into every game you play from there.
Do you still play anymore?
I play every single time I get on my table. That's the first thing I do. And if I'm preparing for something special, then I'll go into that. And I'll play a certain amount of 8-ball and 9-ball and 10-ball. But I play predominantly straight pool, trying to improve the high run, which every straight pool player does.
Sure. So, you brought up your very first state title. How many are there, John?
There's 8.
8. Which one are you most proud of? Or which one means the most to you?
Well, I can't say one does. The last one meant a lot because at my age, it's a hell of a lot harder to do, to be that concentrated at all hours of the day and night and morning and early hours and the loser's bracket, whatnot. It's the last one was CSI in 2021, 3 years ago, in 9-ball. They all mean a ton.
Oh, no doubt.
They all mean a ton. Like you said the other night, the greatest thing, and I tell every new state champion from our area that becomes one, the most beautiful thing about that, no matter what happens from here on out, they can never take that away from you.
That's right. You're in the record books forever.
That's everything.
Yep, you
exactly.
betcha.
It's documented. It's in print. It's a fact. No denying it.
So outside working at Kohler, outside of pool, family, you were married once, twice.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any other hobbies other than pool?
Well, I built up and repaired pool tables and cues and built swimming pools at times. We built a lot of decks and fences, my friends and I. Yeah, we enjoyed. We had so much fun ripping each other. The work was secondary. No matter how hard we had to work, it was worth it because you could go there and stick it to everybody you worked with all day long. And I know you can relate to that.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
I enjoyed.
That's why I have an Al in here. It's
and speaking of Alan, one more time I gotta say, everybody thinks Al is so sharp and he'll chop you into little pieces. But what most people don't realize, it's not Al, it's Leanne that you have to watch. She will bury you in .2. It's amazing how sharp she is.
Her wit is
it's endless.
It's faster than a bullet train.
Endless.
No doubt about it. Well, John, you and I go back, holy crap, 35 years. I even said it the other night. We've had our battles, we've had our disagreements, we've had our all different kinds of things, and it's honestly, it's a pleasure having you here. It really is, and
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you being on.
It's my pleasure.
I'm glad you're in KO 3.0, and there's a lot of people looking forward to this match, a lot. So I hope you're doing well. So, what's your playing equipment right now?
I'm playing with a Southwest. I've been playing with that cue for. I was trying to think of that the other day because I thought you might ask that. It's got to be approaching 30 years.
Wow.
I've had different shafts with it, but the cue itself is a Southwest.
You're never going to go carbon fiber, are you?
Well, I'm trying to right now, but I'm having a real hard time with it.
Interesting.
I'm having a real hard time with it. I got 30-inch shafts, and that's, I think, what's throwing me off because I always had 29s, and just that 1 inch changes the balance in such a way that it's just. I was going to try to transition this summer, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I might have to just stay put. I use a low deflection shaft, but carbon fiber. I've tried them all too, and
sure.
If it's not going to play better than what I'm using,
then why do it?
I'm not doing it. So many guys just do it. It's fashionable. I must do this. Why?
Yep.
If it doesn't give you the answers you need, I don't believe you should.
You play golf just like I do,
No, I don't.
I thought you did.
But I do play golf.
Okay, not like I do.
I'm a hack.
I know.
I'm a terrible hack.
But it's the guys. They go out and buy the new driver every other year, and they think that it's going to cure their game, and it doesn't do a damn thing.
No.
It's the same as pool. That's why it
just
sells
a bigger
so
bill.
well. All right. Well, John, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Gil.
And
Pleasure's mine.
Thank you, and we'll look forward to this match. This is going to be fun. So
Giddy up.
there it is. Oh wait, I forgot to ask a question. How did you get the nickname Blood?
Well, it goes way back. I guess they thought I played pretty seriously back when I was a young man, and like I played for Blood, and that's how that all started. So
okay.
So they started calling me Blood, and then they stretched it out to make it more apparent with triple OD, not double OD. It's Blood. It's a long word.
So I noticed on the back of your shirt it says Blood Billiards.
Blood's Billiards.
So,
yes.
All right. Now you have the answer, everybody. So, all right. See you in the match. All right, that is the second longest player spotlight in history of Outer Points Productions.
Next to yours.
Next. That was fun. And again, I've known John for going on 40 years, and I said it in my player spotlight. Oh, we've gotten into it sometimes. We have had our battles on and off the table, but it truly is a treat having John on the stream. It really is. And I'm glad he was actually the very first one to sign up for 3.0.
Okay.
All right, 2 balls down. He's got some work to do on that 13-7-8. Gonna have to break that apart.
Yeah.
Al's gonna do some commentary because Little Cheddar.
Oh, okay.
Little Cheddar's gonna do some eating.
Yeah, I know. Dan says, Al, you remember who gave you the Hitman nickname? Yeah, I do, Dan. That's a long ways back. Michael Gaines in the chat. Michael Gaines says he plays a lot of straight pool as well. Well, that's good. That's something.
It's for you, Al.
Yeah, I see. I'm sorry about that, people. Okay, so much for cell phones. No, leave that at home next time. Well, if I'm Tarek, I think I'm playing solids here. Yeah, I think I'm playing solids. I don't like this playing stripes. How do you get the 13 out of here?
I'm really confused by this. I really am. I would have not taken stripes.
I would have used the 7 to break out the 8, and yeah, that's.
And there's no trouble for the solids.
Yeah, really, it's. The 3 goes in the corner, the 6 goes in the corner. There's everything else is really wide open. The only other problem is the 8 ball, and I don't see a potentially. You have no ball to get into the 13 here right now. From what I'm seeing right here, looks like the 14 is going to be his last ball, and if you don't get good on the 13, you're leaving this table wide open. Mr. David Searing in the chat. It's good to see John on the stream. Go get him blood. John used to have a van that we all rode around in the pool tournaments. He even had blood as his license plate.
Did it have a big bowl of candy in the middle?
Ha! It had captain's chairs in the back, and we rode there in style, man. It was a great time. Some of the guys that we rode around with. Oh, well, he opened up the 8, and potentially if John can find a shot here.
Vincent Didier Memorial Vault over there.
Yeah.
Takes another victim.
Yeah, and it's partially because of that pocket, but also trying to break up out that 13. Oh, I don't know. I think he's got to play this 5. Well, he doesn't have to play the 5, but he could potentially play the 1. I think. All right. Oh, no.
That just got a little ugly.
Yeah. I don't know. John Klein says, hopefully John didn't drive in the hood. That was the reason he had that license plate in the hood. he back in the day, I think John could have told you, he was a little worried about going down to the hood. So he figured if he had that license plate, he might get left alone a little more. So. No, Sean, I was not on the Bloods team. I've played with Blood in leagues and stuff, but I've never played on a like state team or anything else like that with John. So, yeah, played in some leagues though, and that so around Sheboygan. So it was John, Mike the Hulk Z-Man, and Terry Zager, Ziggy, were all on the team together. Playing to get on the 6. He's probably going to try and throw this ball in. A little bit of spin. Where the 3 ball is going to go, I'm not really sure. That 9 ball could become a real big ball here in about a minute. Yeah, understand that. Yeah, skip her in, yep. Alright. Oh, played it pretty well. This is tough now. It's side pocket is going to come into play here, maybe. Yeah. Well, we'll see what he's going to do here. It's kind of hard to play inside English here. It's kind of hard to play outside English. It's getting shape on this 2 is not fun. Well, now you're really in trouble here. You're jacked up over the 13. 2 ball will go past the 12, but potentially the 14 will be in the way of coming over and back to get on the 8. Caught the outer point on the side. And that's what happens. That 9 ball did come into play there, and that's why he was a little funny on the 3 ball and get hard shape on the 2. Now everything's basically wide open. Tarek's probably going to play follow on this 12 ball. Or I think I'd shoot the 13 first, maybe. But I'm not at the table. Wow. kind of a long bridge there. It's
Well, I 100% agree. I don't understand why he didn't play that 13 first.
Yeah.
That
the
the 14 could easily been his last ball.
14 was clear. It's clearly the last ball if you're playing stripes, but well, and just real simple error.
That was a major mistake by Tarek. It should be 5-3 right now, but
Yeah.
it is all tied up at 4 apiece. That is a gift.
Second time we're tied up in the match. And that's the thing about having two good players is you're going to have your, ups and downs. You're going to have your mistakes. And it's how you deal with the mistakes that. And we have another sponsor spotlight here. Mid-State Amusement. Mid-State Amusement Games is a full-service operating service. The Fox Valley, Southeast Wisconsin. We supply and install and service all types of gaming equipment and to increase locations profits. Yep.
And of course, that is Mr. Brett Lucas.
Brett does a fantastic job running. He not only does all the equipment for all the bars and stuff and everything, and does all the pool tables, the dartboards, everything else, and runs the leagues and stuff over in that area. So Brett does a fantastic job. Yeah, everybody in the chat saying too, 13 should have been first. Bill says big mental mistake, big mental error there on Tarek. And that's going to happen, like I said.
It's a lot easier.
John Klein.
It's a lot easier from home in the booth.
Exactly. John Klein says I'm a 533 and I knew to take that was the wrong ball to take. Yeah. Well, John, you knew that after everybody else in the chat said it. So, yeah. You're just back there kicking. That's fine. No, we love you, John. This is a bit of a mess here. I think I kind of like the solids here too.
This is the shot right here.
Yeah.
4 to break up the 5 and the 6.
Yeah.
The only trouble he's going to have yet, though, is the 7 ball.
Yeah. That's potentially an issue here. That I think I like the 3 to get on the 7, whether you get shaped to run into the 10 or possibly get shaped to roll behind the 10 and play the 7 in the opposite side. But it's something you're going to have to deal with. I potentially like breaking these balls up first.
Wow. Viewers can't even see.
Well, there you go, Dale.
Viewers couldn't even see what the hell we were talking about.
I'm concentrating on the match, and Dale's concentrating on his food. So we know whose fault that was.
Oopsie.
Yeah, well, that's okay. So now what do you do there?
Maybe I really didn't miss much.
Yeah, well, what do you do here? So
Thanks for the reminders, everybody.
yeah.
Bill, wish we could see it.
Yeah. Thank you, Judy. Yes, I know Dale does that all the time. He's real famous for like zooming in on shots and forgetting to. Oh, that was tough.
Well, this is actually ideal now, other than the 6 ball.
Yeah, I think maybe I'd take another swing at this. Maybe. Just gonna play the thin hit on the 3 and potentially spin into the backside of the 13 here. Try and open this up a little bit. I don't know if he just hits the 13 if the 6 will go by the 11. I think that's what he's looking at right now. Or he's looking at the 6 in the side, possibly.
I think we should put that Vincent Schrader in timeout, too.
Uh-oh. What did you do, Vince?
He is right, though.
Well, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is right.
Everybody knows that this is mediocre comedy. Anybody who's watched a
It's
stream
even worse
before,
than mediocre switching the screens.
right, exactly.
Or lack thereof.
there
Wow,
you
this is a
go.
good shot.
And going to get a shot on the 7, potentially. If the 7 goes past the 2.
That was a good shot by John. Come from behind and end up, getting that cue ball clear of everything.
Yeah, I think somebody said that before. But anyway, Mr. Stockinger, John breaks second ball. Mr. Renner, you felt like you were listening to the match on the radio. Yeah, I can understand it. It's probably almost better that way.
Good shot.
Okay.
So now it's a 2, and get down right where that piece of chalk is sitting. Oh, he just moved it. Not where it is now.
Nope.
Definitely not a...
Yeah, probably between the
Get between the 8 and the
bottom
14.
and those 2 diamonds on the lower long rail there on the right. 2 rails, 3 rails, in perfect shape.
How's that for a shot? Just draw it straight back from here, avoid the 14 ball, and oh my gosh.
How many of us have done that? Raise a show of hands in the chat. How many have done that before? I know I've done it more than once. More times than once I've done that. On the 8 ball, on the 10 ball, on my last ball. I'll be on the 9 ball shooting 10 ball, and I'll get behind the 10 ball every time before shooting the 9. So.
And what a well played rack. I mean,
was.
John, he picked through that,
Yep.
really did all the hard work,
Yep.
and then to do that is just, it's aggravating.
Yep. Yeah, seeing all the hands in the chat. Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, you got to play 2 rails on this. Going this way.
Even Pete Besch just said he did it tonight.
What did you do tonight, Pete?
Hooked himself on the 8.
Ah, okay. I was hoping he was talking about that. Yeah, you gotta go this way, because the other way you're potentially bringing in the side pocket. So. I think I almost like going 2 rails and playing in the corner in the upper right there. I mean, that's me, but always going between the balls. Wow.
Yeah, that's the worst, is giving him ball in hand besides.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, if he's going to shoot that shot, I'll be flabbergasted.
I don't understand that.
Why would you just not play the 11 and
Yeah.
leave it right there for the 13?
Right, exactly. It's,
Wow.
well, he's playing, we're not, so.
Still, I mean, that's...
Yeah, there's so many.
That was... never mind. that just, it kind of threw my brain for a loop there. But it doesn't matter if you get out. All right, my absolutely delicious BLT wrap on tomato basil at the Varsity Club kitchen over there was fantastic. The next time anybody comes here for a pool tournament or you come and watch the Knockout Challenge live, you got to try some of the food if you haven't before, because it is really good. And it is a massive menu. There's a lot to choose from.
This still seems like way too much work here. I can't fault the guy for, the way he's playing if he's, if he gets out. Never question a state champ. Okay, yeah.
So to answer your question about the shot clock, I'm not going to absolutely butcher that name, so I'm not even going to attempt it, Mr. or Miss Arjun. This is still amateur pool. Unless it really got out of hand, there is one player that was noted for taking, 50, 60, 70 laps around the pool table at one point during a match. Unless it really gets out of hand, I don't think it's really necessary.
We're all here to watch pool and have fun.
Yeah.
If anybody in the chat can tell me that they're honestly going to stick to a shot clock every time they play, I will call you a liar.
Mm-hmm.
And that can, unless you're Shane Van Boning or somebody like that who can, or Tyler Steyer or anybody else who can do that and does it consistently and has to put up with it consistently, that's fine. But these guys are just out here and they're trying to play pool and play their best pool. I don't think, unless your opponent has a problem with it, that there should be a problem with it.
Well, another dry break, and I'd be willing to bet John takes stripes here. The 4 ball is a mess. The 3 and the 7 are a mess. The 1 and the 6 are a mess. So it's just a matter of getting on that 11 ball.
The 12's potentially a trouble ball here too, but I think that's pretty easy to get on. There's a lot of balls there to potentially get over to that side of the table. So yeah, I don't see a lot. I think he's just trying to figure out his first shot here. All right.
Roger Pregler says, can we put Al on the shot clock for commentating? I think that's a fantastic idea. And you know what? Instead of putting people in a timeout, I think I'm gonna give Roger a reward for that or something.
That's good.
I mean, there's got to be something I can.
Roger, I'll tell you what you can do. When I start talking, just mute the commentary. Mute it, and then come back in an hour or so, and I'll be done talking probably.
An hour? That's kind of...
I was trying to be generous. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, how longer than that?
No, John, he's not going to earn a timeout for that. He's just telling the truth. I get a little long-winded once in a while. My wife will attest to that. And anybody who listens to the chat, or listens to the stream.
So John was thinking the same thing we were and taking stripes. Unfortunately, undercut to 14.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm playing this 15 first, if it's me. Of course. I don't know anything about pool, so
We know. We've seen it.
I know.
I don't think he's got this 11 ball.
I don't think I'm playing that either. Is he going to have maybe potential? Yep. Dale's got to go out and
This one's going to get recorded.
I think well, he's putting on his extension here. And he's probably going to be... I thought he might be bridging over to a 10. He's not. Looks like a good hit. Neil's just making sure. And I've watched it twice now, and looks like a good hit both times to me. So they agreed it's a good hit. So
You know, that's one of the things that I really believe that should be implemented in every state tournament. And this is just my opinion. You know, we have the technology to make this game fair for everybody, so there isn't the arguments and blah. Because I've seen this a million times of referees just using their eyesight and making the wrong call.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened to me on 3 different occasions where twice it cost me a match. It looked very close, but when I got down and put it in slow-mo, it was clearly a good hit. And that's something, honestly, I wish, tournament directors, tell your referees, use the technology that we have.
all right. Well, he doesn't want to make the 12 ball. And he almost did. Oh, wow, that 12's... That's about as far as you can go in that pocket without the 12 dropping.
Tarek's still going to have some issues with this 8 ball. He's either going to have to play the bank or get on the very, very short side. He could get the right angle on the 10 ball potentially and get to the short side of the 8.
But you have to play. Hey, you have to play the 10 here. You have to play the 10 here. I think my play is, the 12 ball. You could play the 10 and get on the 8. Yes, but I think, it's. You have, if you play the 10 to get on the 8, then you got to get on the 9 next. So I guess that does go in the upper or the lower. Oh, what's the? Oh, all right.
That's a fortunate little roll too.
Yeah. There's a
T-dub. What's going on?
There's a saying out there: "Fortune favors the brave." Yeah. All right. So
57 likes.
Woohoo! It was still way under what we.
I know that's like a third.
139 people watching. Come on, guys.
Like it, share it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I got a button for that.
Yeah, somewhere.
As soon as Tarek shoots this shot, that way the smoke doesn't get in his eyes. And he is on the wrong side of this 10 ball to get to the 8. So this is going to be a massive challenge.
This ball is going to be going spinning around the table. You gotta avoid the 5 and the 4. You gotta avoid the 7 and the 3. Wow.
That's a lot of traffic. And you got to pocket the 10.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
first and foremost.
Right.
Oh my gosh, how did he hit this? He hit it well, but he is in no man's land. So he's going to have to play this past the 2 and then shorten it to avoid the 2 ball. I don't even know if... I'm not even sure that's possible.
Wow.
This is tough.
You're going to have to hit this with a lot of pace. Wow. And
What a great shot.
And it's just that easy. That's okay.
Avoided every single ball on the table
Yeah.
and gets to the short side of the 8. That was what we were talking about before. But
I'm just going to play shape here and drill this bank.
all right, Mr. Andy Kuntz is the creator and admin, along with a couple of other fellers, of the WPPS, and I'm sure everybody is well aware of that because it is the largest Facebook pool group in the Midwest. Wisconsin Pool Players Society was created to share tournaments, knowledge, and discuss other pool-related topics. Over 10,000 members. Shout out to Andy Kuntz, and thanks for your sponsorship as well, Andy. Suppose we should probably change the score to make it 6-4. That'll work.
I'm sure Tarek,
Perfect.
sure Tarek would approve of that. Yeah. Made a solid on the break here. Made the 3 ball. And I believe he's going to be playing stripes here. Probably start with 12 ball. And they look pretty well open from there. The 14 potentially problem. The thing is with players of this caliber, they know that that's a potential problem, and it's usually you try and get a potential problem taken care of right away. The problem is getting to that spot to be able to get that problem taken care of. And this looks like he's going to have to wait to do that. But I think if he plays the 15 ball and gets shape on the 9, he should be able to potentially run into that 4 ball and have a shot on the 14. But it's getting there. Well, Mr. Andy Kuntz gives you a big thumbs up for that sponsor spotlight. Bill Larson says seeing it implemented more and more. I think he's talking about technology.
Slow motion.
Yep.
Yeah. Camera work. Well, I'm also thinking of getting a different camera for the overhead view where I can actually zoom in onto any ball that I want.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's like $2,000 for that camera. So.
Well, once we get enough subscribers here and you get monetized.
Yeah, I should get a new camera in about a year and a half.
Yeah, there you go. That's it, exactly.
Got to have goals.
Yeah, right. All right, so here we go.
It's going to give that 14 a bump away from there.
Oh, hey. Okay.
I don't think he did himself a whole lot of favors. I mean, it did clear the 4 a little bit more.
I kind of think, it's hindsight, but I think I would have went into that a little softer. But he did a great job. He cleared the 4 ball, so the 8 has a pocket now. The problem is after you shoot this 15, shoot the 15, what's your next?
10 to the 14.
Okay.
I don't think he's got much choice anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're jacking over a ball here, though, and you're having to hit a small, reasonably small window. You still have balls that you...
Ooh.
And didn't get there.
He almost missed that ball, number
Right.
1, and he had so much inside English on it. Once it hit the rail, it just died.
Right.
So he's going to have a hard time just getting a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he can hit the 14 pretty easily, but not pocket it.
Right.
Wait, for the first time tonight, actually the second time tonight, I'm going to give somebody in the chat a little... Tom Joss, Jeepers Christmas. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tom, send me a check for half of it, and then I'll let you watch. I won't block you. So one of the things that I have been waiting for has been, so if you remember a couple of months back, I made the announcement that we were going to do what was called the Big Break. And it's a direct correlation of the Big Break from the Golf Channel, only obviously pool. And I may have to change it because of copyright laws. I don't know. I have to dig into that a little bit more, so I'm not going to do it just yet. But what I have been waiting for in order to get that up and running was the Projection Pro Billiards. And it just arrived today. So that is going to get set up within the next couple of days over the table. And it is, wait till you see this. It is cool as hell. So the projector is going to be right above or right next to the overhead camera. And it's a skills challenge, just like the Big Break on the Golf Channel, where we're going to start out with 12 players that want to earn a spot either in the U.S. Open or Derby City Classic, January of next year. It will be one player eliminated each week. So there's going to be a total of either 9 or 11 full episodes of The Big Break. This was actually Jeremy West's idea, and I absolutely love it. So stay tuned.
Okay. So
I can't wait to get the projector up and
that sounds
running.
fabulous. We used to put that's basically target pool.
Target
right?
pool. And actually, so the Jim Reese, I got to give a shout out to Jim Reese because he actually helped me pay for it because he wants full access and full rights to it to be able to practice on it. And 100% without a doubt. So Al and I used to play at Jeff Getch's house on his 9-foot, I think it was a Gold Crown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And it was Kim Davenport's target pool.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, that is what, and I'm not exaggerating, that is what elevated my game from about a 525 Fargo to where I am today. That game was incredible. And so they've been working with Kim Davenport for the last 6 months to a year.
Yep.
Projection Pro Billiards has to get the rights or the exclusivity to put that on their training system. And it was just released a little while ago. And so it was an extra $150 to add that. But wait till you see it. I'm so excited to get that thing up and running.
So you went from a 525 to a
526.
Yeah.
Wow, nobody knew that one was coming.
No,
No.
Mr. Obvious.
Talk about a layup.
When you put it out there, it's going to happen.
Sure.
So, yeah. I thought when you were saying you've been waiting for this for a long time, I thought you were thinking of you were wanting to grow. So it was,
Oh, I know that's not going to happen anymore. Yeah, I mean, we could all have wishes and dreams, and
I was going to say dreams of a little boy.
yeah, that's. Well, I'll tell you what. If he gets on this 4-ball, that was.
Yeah. I think
I'm playing the 4 first.
I'm playing the 6 first. I'm playing the 6-1, and then you can come over for the, 6-1, 7-4. Anywhere. I think the one you have to play the 1 first here almost. Oh, you almost underhit that.
Jeez. Yeah. He's playing the 1 in the side. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't know if maybe somebody in the chat could help me out with that. If because it's just basically 2 words, or if I remember correctly, the one on the Golf Channel was called The Big Break, and he underhit that. Boy, he left himself really tough on this 4-ball.
Well, you don't have to play over and across. You can come back a little bit, so you just have to worry about the side pocket, the lower side pocket as you're looking at it now. But potentially, you got the whole table then. As long as you avoid the upper side pocket, you're fine. But BDM, never know.
Boy, you hit that good.
Yeah.
Boy, you hit that fantastic.
Wonderful. All right.
That's a great out by John Kotnik.
Yep.
Inching his way back to 1 game differential. So with that being said, while we're looking at Bloods Billiards, let's get one of our awesome sponsors up there, and we haven't done this one.
Oh.
Anybody know this guy? I think his first name is Joe or Jeff. Jamil.
John, maybe?
John.
John.
No, yeah, Kramer from Seinfeld.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
that guy.
Right, yeah.
Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. Yeah. They are a nonprofit organization that recognizes and honors the individuals who have made a profound impact in billiards through exemplary talents, dedication, and their contribution to the sport of our state. John does work to preserve the history of these individuals and act as a foundation of support. So, again, if I'm going to put this up there after we take a look at the table here.
Because John just made the 8 on the
Perfect.
break.
Excellent.
So.
He is going to re-rack.
Yep.
That could not have worked out any better. So, if you are not already
a member
of the Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, seriously, we've talked about this so many times already. For $40, you can become a member for 5 years. You get voting rights. There are 4 members inducted into the Hall of Fame every year. So you get to vote for who you think is most deserving. You could actually put a name on the ballot if you'd like. How often, folks, have you seen this happen where you make the 8 ball in the break and then you do decide to re-rack? And I get it because the rest of the balls were really kind of bunched together, but then you break dry.
Yep.
So many times.
Well, this is a potential problem here, no matter what you take.
Sean Carpenter just came up with another fabulous idea, and that is sold, sir. You know what, Sean Carpenter? You just earned yourself an Outer Points Productions shirt. And remind me of that, because Triple B is what I'm going to call it. I absolutely love Big Break Billiards. Thank you, you know what? Give it up for the Carp out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, coming up with the name for it. So this is why I love this stream. I absolutely love it. You had so many people that have come up with so many good ideas. Love it. Sean, do me a favor and send me your shirt size. You're getting one that says, I love my Outer Points Productions. Triple B.
The nice thing about those T-shirts is then everybody can say, I'm just like Dale. I don't think anybody will say that, but...
What part?
That they want to be like Dale.
Nobody wants that.
No, never.
I don't even want to be like me.
I can understand that.
Haha, just kidding. Bill Sorensen. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Actually, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Bill Sorensen is actually one of the contestants in the Big Break.
Oh.
I don't have that flyer up here recently. Let me take a look, actually. I might have it. But that's one of the things that Jeremy came up with. Cheapers. That's got to be 6 or 8 months ago already. When we were working on the biggest drawback or the biggest setback was, wow, that was well hit. He didn't even touch the 2. That was kind of John's concern. I don't know if he's got a shot though. He can't make the 10. Can't make the 12. Can't see the 13. And I don't think he can see the 15. This is tough. Great shot. Not such a good position.
Nope.
So Dumper Dan says the shirt will go good with your new hat. I'm assuming
I'm
you gave him a Dumper Dan's hat.
I'm assuming.
Hey, there is a familiar name, and if I'm not mistaken, that one... Oh, never mind. Vincent Didio just chimed in. Dave Stafford,
Okay.
and I believe that is the gentleman that is on the WPBA committee for the ladies' tour, along with the president, Dean Raisler.
Okay.
Is that... Am I correct, Dave? I believe so. Oh, Varsity Club hat.
Oh.
Even better. Varsity Club hat is definitely better than a Dumper Dan's hat. Oh, crap. Did I say that out loud, Al?
Yeah. Well, remember where your bread is buttered there, buddy.
You know I love you, Dan.
Oh, and Dumper's saying that.
Oh, that's right. He
that
did.
He bought it for him. So yeah,
Very nice.
what a nice guy he is. Oh, a little short there.
Oh. Getting a little frisky with that pool cue, too.
Yeah. Well, looks like a lot of trouble here for John right now.
Yeah,
That's
the
7.
1 ball is going to be nasty.
And the 7 too. That's
Yeah, that's too far out from the pot, or the 4 is too far out from the pocket. John could play it past the 4, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, he's got some work to do, there's no doubt. Okay, wrong guy. You caught that, didn't you, Vincent? It's the only button that I can do it to. Actually, no, I might be able to do it with the cricket. Yep, it works. Here's the laugh track. Good angle to come into the backside of the 1 ball. And maybe kick into the 7. Maybe do something with the... Let's get that thing out of there.
right.
He might actually be a little too steep.
Well, I think if you make
Oh, the 4 into the 7 into the
Yeah.
1.
Okay, well, you got a second shot at it here.
I think I'd play the 3 right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's,
Run right into the either side of the 1. He might be able to kick both of them out at the same time.
Well, I think you just have to concentrate on playing into one of them. First, you have to concentrate on making the 3. Then you have to concentrate on hitting just one of these balls, because potentially you can get either one of those balls, if one's gone, off the 2.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wow.
All right.
He just hit that so full.
Right.
Now he's in trouble.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I'm trying to maybe tie up this 10 ball, or at least leave it so it's not makeable in that pocket there.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I don't, because you're going to give Tarek a bank on the 10.
Right.
I think you almost have to be aggressive and bank this 7. Or play it all the way down if it does go. But
I think he's looking at it in the side. I know you can't make that in the side, can you? Or he was looking to see if he could get enough room to run it down the rail.
yeah, I think I'd bank the 7 cross side.
Yeah,
There's no safe place on this table right now.
right.
Yeah, correct, Vincent. Yes, soulful. one of those two.
Everybody in the chat saying he should play the 2 with a little bit inside and come down into the 1 and the 7.
I don't think you can. That if you put any amount of inside, you're.
Oh, very nicely played.
Did he get him hooked on
Yes.
that 10?
Yes.
Or, I mean, on the 1 for the 12?
Yep.
What a hell of a shot.
Yeah.
You wonder why he's won state titles.
Right.
Right there it is. That's the reason. What a great save. I mean, I think Tarek and Massey are on this one enough where he could actually make it, but, yeah, and it looks like he's going for it, too. Yeah, Scott, I was thinking that myself way back in the beginning of this rack. That would have solved the entire thing. All right, Tarek getting out old Hoppy. I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I don't have to get up until 5:30.
Right. How's the new job going, by the way?
I love it. I'm really enjoying it. I work with
Is your
a 31-year-old and a 26-year-old that they really know what they're doing, and they're good guys. They've taught me a couple of things.
oh, very nice jump shot there.
Yep, indeed.
So is your employer as excited about you being there as you are?
Probably not. I would say actually 80% no. He paid for my eye exam last week Wednesday, and I thought, that was a really nice gesture. But you think about it, that's just an investment in, why wouldn't he pay for it? Otherwise, I'll just screw everything up.
Right.
I can't see anymore,
I'd probably still screw everything up, but
Yeah, without a doubt.
Mr. Alan Mondlock in the chat.
What's going on, Al?
He's tuning in from Denver, Colorado.
All right. Super. Okay. Well, Tarek, I'm assuming, was trying to get on that 10 ball next and failed to do so, so now he's going to have to play the 13, 11, 10, 8. Because getting from the 10 back to the 11 is going to be brutal.
Just getting on the 11 here is going to be brutal.
Good for you, John Klein. Bill Sorensen, when is Triple B? Uh-oh.
That's what I was afraid of.
Now he's going to have to go 3 rails to get on that 11. And probably the short side. Because the draw is dangerous. So, I have to get several production things in place. I've already bought the wireless mics and so on, Bill. So I'd like to have, I wouldn't say a full camera crew, but I want to have a pretty decent sized camera crew where I've got a lot of the angles covered from the floor. So, cheapers. What do I know? Yeah, I guess draw it. That's a good idea.
Young eyes. Boy.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Oh,
That was a really good shot. Honestly, Bill, I can't answer that question right now. I think it's probably going to be like mid to end of fall, maybe beginning of winter, and unfortunately, that ends up pushing it closer to Derby.
So you doing Derby again?
Nope. Honestly, and it's a good question, Al. I loved it. I had a great time for the most part down there. But it's one of those things that, I mean, Brian and I had every pro, just about every single pro that was there on our table. I did an interview with Josh Filler for Adam. His name is Adam Wallace. Or Nathan Wallace, sorry. Nathan Wallace's dad was extremely ill and has passed away since. It was actually LJ Bryce's idea. He says, why don't you just, because Nathan Wallace played against Josh Filler on our table. So, LJ came up with the idea, why don't you do an interview with Josh Filler in your booth and then make a copy of the match and put that in the put the interview in the beginning. And Nathan showed that to his dad, and a couple of weeks later he had passed away. And I'll tell you, it's one of the things that I was so grateful to be a part of. I got to know Nathan pretty well. And he's just a really good guy. So it was really cool to be able to do that before his dad passed away. But to answer your question, if I never get back to Derby again myself, I'm okay with that.
Well, Tarek's just smashing those balls. My gosh.
You are 100% correct, Andy Kuntz. Actually, we just got to 150 just now, as soon as I looked at your message. So, definitely a great out, Judy and or Ed. As always, thank you, Michael Parker. Enjoy that beer. Hey, buddy, have one for me if you don't mind. I got to sit here with Al, so maybe I should just go up to the bar and get myself an old-fashioned.
You could be...
Oh, I got to... So, I'm not a huge drinker, and that's got nothing to do with my height. Somebody was thinking it. Probably Sean Carpenter or Brad Klein or Al Holden.
I bet he's going to talk about the old-fashions here at the varsity club.
I bet I'm not.
Oh.
So Lisa and I went to, this is a couple of weeks ago, we went with some friends, supper club.
Okay.
If you've never tried, if you like old fashions, you have got to try it with Jim Beam Orange.
Oh. Okay.
Jim Beam came out with a orange flavored whiskey, and it was the one of the best old fashions I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, it was fabulous.
Okay, now the next question for you is...
How many does it take to get me drunk?
Well, it's probably about one because
Not even.
Your stature. But
I'm pretty easy when I drink.
Oh, you're probably pretty easy to everything.
When I'm sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you a sour or a sweet?
Sweet.
Okay. So, speaking of talking about old fashions, I don't drink old fashions, but my wife Leanne does. And she got introduced to, if anybody drinks whiskey, probably know of what's called Old Smoky. It's a brand that's been out here for a while now. And they have a salted watermelon flavor.
Oh. Wow.
And she drinks
Salted watermelon.
salted watermelon old-fashions with old-fashioned sweet. So it's a little sweet, a little salty. So it's,
That sounds pretty good.
yeah, and she drinks that anywhere they have it. So
So Tarek was hoping to run into the 8-ball. You could kind of tell by his body movement or his hand. He was kind of slow down.
Yeah.
So he wanted to be where the 8-ball is right now, to back at the 12 and to break that stuff up.
Yep.
Because right now, I think, he's going to probably have to come 2 rail, play the 14, come 2 rails, and get to the backside of the 9 and the 15 to break it out. The only thing, I mean, this is he's going to have to get a little lucky on this to get a shot. I don't know how well he can calculate this, but he could end up doing all. How does it get through those? How did it get through those and not touch anything? I mean, it's like it took a hair off of the 7-ball.
I thought at first he was going to hit the 8 and knock the 8 in. Then he misses the 8, misses the 7 and the 12, and now comes up with this. I mean, of course we've seen him get out of tougher. So
Sean Carpenter says Red Stag is delicious, and Tom Joss, Jameson Orange is better than that. All right, I'll have to try that too. A friend of mine, actually, if you look up the old-fashioned Hall of Fame, there is such a thing in the state of Wisconsin. One of my best friends, Lisa's couple that I met through Lisa, he is in the old-fashioned Hall of Fame, and it's Thomas DeGale. That's why I said earlier it's one of the best, because Tom's is by far the best. But I'm gonna what Tom Joss said there. I want to try that Jameson Orange.
So is he trying to play an offensive shot here, or?
Well, he's looking to see if that 9 passes the 15 in the side. It is so close. I'm looking right down the barrel, and the 9 does go, but this is going to have to be hit to perfection. But what are you going to do after that?
Where are you going to?
The only reason I don't like this shot is, and Al, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have not seen Tarek play hardly any safes at all in this match, which is fine.
I mean, that's played one. I was just thinking that I think we've only seen maybe one safe, intentional safe, and that was by John, and Tarek jumped out of that one and ran out. So,
if I'm John, I think I am gonna. Well, let's go to the long view here, the break view, and I think I'm going to hit the left side of that 2-ball and get that cue ball right behind the 5 and the 6.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like it, I think John has to play it. He's got to slow roll it, and then he's got to break those 2 up.
Yep.
And I think if he hits it with enough pace to come into the backside of the 6, the 5 is going towards the 8, so he will break both of them up. He could even, not even just, don't even hit the 2-ball, just come to the backside of the 6.
Right.
Just make sure something hits a rail. And I think he'll have Tarek dead.
Yep.
Pete Beshta says Jameson Orange and Sun Drop. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. That is what Little Cheddar is going to try. Sun Drop is my drink of... You know what? Here.
Yeah. Oh. There you go. There you go.
That's backwards. What this? I thought it tasted a little funny.
Maybe it's
You
you.
spelt it. Oh yeah.
All right. What happened there?
I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either. Viewers probably didn't see it either because we had the sun drop up.
Probably not. Oh well. So, Judy and Ed, they are bar owners, correct? If I remember correctly, Judy, right? You, what's the name of your bar? But they make it with. I just read that. I just read. All right, so
Al's Hideout.
that's it. Al's Hideout.
That's what it says in there. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to go there.
So, let me ask. Raise a hand in the chat if who has that one alcohol that they cannot drink anymore because it brings up either a really horrible taste in your mouth or a really bad memory. Mine is blackberry brandy, and I'll give you the story why while Tarek takes his time here. So back in high school, by my parents' house, or in the back of, we lived like a half a mile from my grandparents' farm. In the back of their farm, they had a quarry, massive quarry. So that was the party spot. It was party central by the Little Cheddar residents. Oh, the only thing that he didn't break up was the one ball.
Right.
And actually, it goes once John clears the 7. But anyway, so my mom made spaghetti for me and like 3 or 4 of my friends, and then we went to drinking. And back then it was Pabst Blue Ribbon or Old Style or whatever, and then we passed the bottle of blackberry brandy. Guess what ended up all over the floor of the quarry? Spaghetti noodles as far as the eye can see. We just got a shout out from somebody that's going to blow your mind, Al, and it's not even in the chat.
Uh-oh.
I got a personal message to say hi to you from somebody from Sheboygan.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Jimmy Pope.
Wow.
What's going on, Jim?
Oh.
I have not seen Jim Pope in quite some time.
It's been an age, yep.
Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's... Yikes.
Well, I think you got fortune here.
I
'cause
think you're right. I don't
I
think he can play the combo.
I expect a jump queue coming out here.
All right, so we got it. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of people that have their nemesis drink. John Klein is apple pie.
Pete
Michael
Besta.
Parker, Southern Comfort. That's another one of mine. I can't drink Southern Comfort anymore.
Pete Besta also says Southern Comfort.
Mike Bonnell says any wine. Sean Ruzick, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Ruzick is Windsor. Dave Stafford says Jack Daniels. Judy's getting thirsty, apparently. No, the spaghetti noodles did not come out clean. There was a lot of ground beef in there. So Michael Parker says, I took a bottle of Southern Comfort from my parents' bowling alley when I was 12 years old and drank it with a couple of friends. I'm telling you, I don't remember too much other than the taste. Yeah, no doubt. Even the smell of... Actually, there's another one that just drives me is Patron. I cannot drink Patron anymore either. The smell of blackberry brandy will make me heave.
Does he have this 15 to bank it? That's what he's looking at, I think.
I don't know if he could play the combo or not.
I don't think he's
It
playing.
sure looks like it.
I think he's looking to bank the 15.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
you could be right, too. And you were.
Okay, now what are you doing?
I'll tell you what, this is going to take a stroke. If he is going to play the 9 to get to the 12, this is going to take a heck of a shot.
Well, either way, you have to hit this pure. You have to really concentrate on your stroke.
Hey, Sean Carpenter, do me a favor, please. Send me just a message in Facebook Messenger, please, so I don't forget about your shirt.
And remind him about Triple B, because otherwise he'll forget.
Oh, I'm not going to forget that. Believe me, that's why I'm getting him the shirt. Wow. I'm telling you, he hit that really well, and he did leave himself a super, super thin cut if he chooses, or the bank down in the lower right. And it's almost straight on. So now it's, if he plays the bank, it's just a matter of avoiding the 4 ball for the 8 in the corner.
Well, he has made several banks in this match already. So.
Okay, 2 things. Very funny story. What's even funnier is your screen name. It is fantastic. So Bad Eyesight must be a pool player, an older pool player.
Gotta be.
Ran out of beer, so we started playing quarters with Crown Royal. Oh my God. Quarters for Crown Royal. I'd still be sick. Ugh. Were you playing quarters in the shot glasses? Wow, what a shot.
Oh, my gosh.
And now he's going to have to come up with another bank.
And he called it.
Well, if Tarek can pocket this 8 ball, it is going to put him on the hill. Well, why don't we put on the fun cam, shall we? No. Then it just misses the... Let's try the... No.
You went a little
Hang
too
on.
far.
Don't shoot that shot yet. There we go. Holy guacamole. Get the hell out of that one.
Okay.
All right. I got it, Sean. Thanks.
Now what do you do? If you
Run out.
Okay.
If I was John, I would probably play the 4-7 combo and get rid of that 1 and 3.
Okay.
I think he's got the right angle where he can draw into it. And then, because the 2-6 is...
Excuse me.
Oh, he's going to play safe.
Okay. Took a...
It's not bad. I mean, it's not a horrible leave.
Yeah, it came out.
So to finish the rest, so they play quarters with Crown Royal 40 years later, and I will still never touch it again.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's...
Got 150 viewers, and we only got 4 stories out of that, or 4. Jeez. Actually, we got almost 10.
Yeah.
How many likes and shares do we have, Al? 73 likes.
Oh, my God.
Holy cow. That's a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Well, I believe...
How many times did we share it?
Good question.
Do that.
Yeah. I think I said earlier
Subscribe.
that when we were around 50 that we should try and get up to around 75. So we're almost there. Keep going, people. We got 146 I'm looking at right now. People watching, so
Gained 3 more subscribers tonight, too. So
there we go.
we are at 897. 103 to go.
So close to 900 too. Dale said once we got to 900, he was going to get really nervous. So we all want to see that.
I'm already nervous.
The cameras are going to start shaking, and the booth will be. Who knows what will happen? Wow, that was very. I wouldn't have played that shot or even thought to play that.
Yeah, but he had nothing else.
That's true.
I mean, he literally had nothing to shoot at.
Right.
I agree, John Klein. Yeah, this is a must-have for Mr. Kotnik. That is a great shot.
Yep.
If he's, well, the 8 doesn't go past the 6 anyway. So, and even if he hits it on the back side of it, I don't think it can go.
Oh,
it's a good shot.
I can't see how much if he hits the, it could go off the 6 maybe, but you gotta have enough of that ball to be able to hit it. I don't think he's got enough of that ball past the 5 to get that shot.
So, Brad Klein, did I pick a tattoo yet? No. But it will have something with cheddar on it. And this is nothing against what I said I was going to do, but I lost my little sister 6 years ago, and I want to have something about her incorporated into the tattoo. So... Oh, wow. He left John tough here.
I think he's going to play the 5-7.
Yeah, you're right. So Tom Draw says, a buddy and I got tired of doing all our beers through the beer bong. So we started doing warm Jack and Coke through the bong. Oh. Warm Jack and Coke. Nope. No, thank you. Okay, so the 1 and the 3 is John's nemesis right now. And I think he was trying to get a piece of one of them and did not. So now he's going to have to play the 2 ball. Yeah. And that what he was looking at there is... We're going to go to the side view. He keeps looking at that. He wants to make sure that if he does miss, that 8 does not go past the 6 ball. Mm-hmm. All right, 4 to the 1 to the 3 to the 6. Or the 4 to the 3 to the 1 to the 6. And it looks like it's going to be the 1 first.
I think he played that a little light there.
So now the chat's getting carried away with drug paraphernalia and drinking. Glad you started that, Al. Okay, it might have been me.
Yeah, it might have been.
All right, this to make it a 1-game spread again. I told you this is going to be a close one. 6-7 with John breaking. And with that being said, I believe we're going to have to find another sponsor for the sponsor spotlight, and I got just the one. It is right here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. That is Brett Tovar. And actually, his son, Owen, has asked on several times he'd like to come in and commentate. And he is going to be here for the Junior Knockout Challenge, which is potentially August 3rd, the weekend of August 3rd. So anyway, Tovar Construction specializes in roofing. Services include full re-roofs, asphalt and rubber roof installs, leak detection and repair. Get on over to their website, tovarconstructionllc.com.
Wow,
8-ball kicks the 10 into the side pocket,
That's the same.
giving John...
That's the same route the 8-ball took last time when he made it on the break.
So John is faced with basically one offensive shot if he so decides to play the 15 ball.
This is
Ugly. This is a nasty rack. The 3 does go in the side, so it makes solids a little bit easier than the stripes, but I don't think the 13 goes past the 1. So Judy, or that I don't know, is Judy or Ed? Which one of you wants to see the tramp stamp? I'm assuming it's probably Ed. Yeah, that's just kind of who Ed is.
Yeah.
Brad Klein says, get an 8-ball with her initials. That's a pretty cool idea, Brad.
I like the idea of the tramp stamp. The only problem is with Dale, you would never see it because he never has to bend over the pool table.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one, Al.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, the 13 must...
It's
I don't think it goes past that 1 ball.
Yeah.
I might be completely wrong, but
if you play it off the outer point, maybe, but
John's taking a look at it right now.
yeah.
Because that's kind of the key shot.
He's going to try and open up the 9.
And did just that. I tell you what, if this isn't fun for pool fans, I don't know what the hell is. This is good stuff. I mean, this is definitely one of the feature matches of 3.0. And then, like I said, as much as I really wanted to, given that we've got potentially 6 games yet, potentially. Or I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 5 games after this, potentially 4 games after, whatever. If it does get to be another hour, I am not going to do the redraw for round 2 either tonight because, like I said,
I did
the
get
9,
a rail.
9 got the rail.
Oh.
Understroked the heck out of that.
Yeah.
Mike Bonnell. You know what, Austin? I think that would be fun just for the hell of it. Let's put Brad in timeout. No, see, now, even though Brad is Brad,
Right.
he came up with a really cool idea there.
Yes, he
And the
Yeah.
8-ball with Shelly's initials in it would be pretty cool.
Right.
So we'll let it slide this time.
Well, and
Trust me, Austin. There will come a time, probably before the night is through, where we can put Brad in timeout for something.
we got plenty of time yet. Yeah. But
Oops.
speaking of the tattoo,
Wrong one.
yeah. Speaking of the tattoo, now you're giving away T-shirts for good ideas about Triple B and everything else. I think whoever ends up with the best idea for the tattoo should get a shirt, a free shirt.
Out of Al's account.
I think that would be,
So to give you an idea, I have
Don't worry, Brad. I'm watching out for you. Don't worry about
I
it.
have 11 shirts coming from Onboard Sports Apparel
Yes.
for all the knockout players. Tarek's got one coming. 4 guys from 1.0. 4 guys from, or I'm sorry, 2 guys from 2.0.
Yep.
1 for myself, 2 for myself, yeah. And then 1 for Jason Van. So, yeah, holy cow. Those are not cheap. Tom Joss. He still likes the tattoo idea of getting a tattoo of yourself over your entire body, only bigger. You, Tom. Why don't you kiss my... You're an hole, Tom. Just so you know. But I love you.
Austin
Like
says,
a root canal.
Austin says, don't forget the step stool in that tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tarek has got 4 balls to get him to the hill, which should have actually been John's game.
Yeah.
That 9 ball was tough. Adam Granatella from East Troy, down by Christmas Mountain in Alpine Valley. What's going on, Adam? Got to stick with your string. I didn't know you had any, Tom. Brutal. Okay. Just a matter of a little bit of follow, and Tarek will be playing the 8 in the side. Right to there. All right, that puts Tarek on the hill, and John with 6. Thank you, everybody, for staying up so late with Al and I. Almost 10:30 here in the Midwest. I know it's a lot younger of an evening for Louie and Tammy Hosevar out in Phoenix right now. How about these fine folks right there? Jake and Joe and Riley Peashower of J. Peashower Custom Cues up in Green Bay. They make really cool pool cues.
Known worldwide.
They sure are. Steve Douglas, big shout out to Steve Douglas. He has been so instrumental in helping the last 3.5, 4 years. Cue donations. What a break by Tarek. This might be... Well, first, see it. This might be the last time we see John Kotnik.
Yeah, everything's pretty well wide open here. Stripes look really nice.
Dave Stafford said I should put a milk crate instead of a step stool. Austin Treba, what am I going to do? 450 and under KO. I can't answer that right now. I really can't. There's so many things on the table right now. It will be in the fall at some point. Matt Strong and I have been talking quite a bit about, so I have to teach somebody how to run the booth by themselves, or I'm sorry, with another co-commentator, because even though I'm not anywhere close to it, there's going to come a point where I'm going to get maybe just a little burned out and need to step away a little bit. And that's okay. So I'm going to have to... I'm assembling a team. Matt Strong and I have been, throwing some names around. Al is one of them, of course. For whatever reason I can't think of.
No,
but
neither.
To take care of the booth when I'm not here. So until that happens, I'm not saying that it's limited to what we're doing, because obviously not. Given all that's going on right now, I would like to say, somewhere in fall during the billiards big break.
Right.
Big break billiards.
Well, the thing is no matter how many of these you run, Dale, everybody is going to ask about a certain Fargo and a certain limit, and unfortunately that's, you can't accommodate everybody all at the same time. But he will get there, I'm sure. Dale is very focused on getting this to be a very big production other than what it is right now. I mean, what he's doing for pool is just amazing. But I've said that before, so.
One of the things I want, and what I've been working towards, is not just the fact, this is not just for Wisconsin. At some point, I want to make this for the entire Midwest.
Okay.
Do knockout challenge qualifiers and I've already mentioned the fact that I have
talked to
almost every pool hall in Wisconsin to run a qualifier and to get to the final 32 of a knockout challenge, and it's probably going to be like a 575 and under. Tarek did not leave himself very easy here.
No.
He's either got an 11-12 combo, or he's going to have to jump this 9-ball in. The 13, sorry.
Yeah, and even if you jump it, then you're going to have a tough shot after that.
This might be the opening that John was looking for.
But as you were saying, you're trying to go hopefully throughout the Midwest here, and hopefully this catches on that maybe other places will, start something like this as well.
I hope so.
Hopefully people who, not necessarily, everybody, we like to have everybody share, but people who are maybe not from Wisconsin share this with people who own pool halls in more than just Wisconsin. Get a hold of this, and it can get.
And some of the streams too. Some of the other streamers. That was a great combo. Perfect. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me is, I don't mind the spotlight, if you couldn't tell.
No.
It doesn't really bother me at all.
No. I can understand.
But it truly isn't about. It's not the Little Cheddar show. It's not. It's not the Hitman show.
No.
This is about the players.
Yep.
That's why this was created in the first place. So,
Yep.
and I'm going to keep it that way.
Yep. But we still love all the shares and likes.
So, Austin, as much as I'd like to say I'm going to do that, the odds are I'm probably not. And this is no disrespect whatsoever. Please don't take it that way. But let me give you a little bit of insight into what has happened over the last 3-4 months. I have a phone full. My Facebook Messenger is full of people that have asked to do the same thing. I cannot manage a list like that. I just can't. It's more work than running the stream. So if you're not in the KO Challenge Facebook group, get in it. And that for everybody. That's where all announcements are made first. So, I never put anything that has Knockout Challenge related without it being in the KO Challenge Facebook group first. So, once I do a 450 and under, that's the place to look. And then it is first come, first serve.
Well, if Tarek just made a tremendous jump shot here, and if he cuts this 8-ball in, we're going to see the end of this match.
I think we need to go to the long view to see this, because this is a tremendous cut if he can get this to go down.
And nope.
John would have actually liked to see.
He's going to take a break for a second. He's going to go to the can. He's been waiting.
Yeah, he hasn't played in quite a while. He's been sitting there, and actually, I 100% respect the fact that he sat there this entire time.
Right. And he didn't get up and ask Tarek to do it in the middle of his turn.
Right.
He waited till Tarek was done. Understandable. And this is potentially the end of the match. So he's, All
right. So while we've got a little bit of time, there's some other people that I can thank then. Miss Autumn Grusella, who is the owner of Inside Pool Magazine out in California, and her senior writer, Miss Tracy Lerma. I'm sure you have heard those names before if you've ever heard of Inside Pool Magazine. I actually talked to, his name is Eddie Altman. He gave me a call this afternoon while I was at work. And we talked about something really, really, really cool for the juniors. Al, if you remember, Brian and I, the last year ago, we went down to Monica Webb's place down in Villa Rica, Georgia. Brian was down there with Joe Vermilio this last time. And now Monica Webb has agreed to have the Junior Nationals in Vegas this year.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
That is a big deal, and it's during the BCA Nationals.
Oh, wow.
So if you ever get an opportunity to support the juniors, it doesn't get any better than that. So and I'm not going to, I just thought it was incredible news, and I got to hand it to Eddie Altman he has done so much work over the years to get the juniors a bunch of recognition, and it's starting to all come together. So hats off to Eddie. And who did we miss here? Mr. Jeff Hefter. And Maggie, of course.
Of course.
Sponsor Spotlight is John Co. Express, providing expedited shipping of packages in Wisconsin and surrounding states. Same-day pickup, same-day delivery. Give Jeff or Maggie a call locally at 920-921-9191. All right, John has made his way back to the table, and Tarek is walking this way.
Jeez.
I think John really wanted to play that 6-7 combo next. John may have to play safe on this 8-ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can put Brad Klein in timeout. Give him a timeout. I don't care if it's towards the end of the match. Well, you can't say anything. You can still see. So, yeah, you got that one coming, buddy. And probably a lot more.
I think he got him.
Oh, he sure did. You know, it's getting late, or late-ish. Long day at work.
Yep.
Probably not going to do the redraw second round, but I really want to see this go hill. I really want to see John win the next two games and make this 8-8. So does John, I bet.
I would imagine, yes. I think Austin Treba liked John Klein's response there, but I did as well, Austin, just so you know. Oh,
Wow.
my gosh.
Wow.
And now what do you do if you're John? Oh, my gosh.
I don't think John has a shot here.
I don't even. Wow.
I think John has to park this 3 in front of the 8-ball. But, then, are we potentially going to end up with a stalemate or?
Yeah, that could be. It's.
I don't think John has a choice.
Yeah.
I think he has to play safe here. And if he doesn't get this 3, directly in front of the 8-ball, this match is over.
All right. I think does he go airborne here? That cue ball.
I wouldn't.
That cue ball would probably jump off the table most likely.
As crazy as it seems, I think I would actually 3-rail this.
Okay. Okay. All right, Dale's gonna go take a look at this. Trevor says, finally home and can hear you both regrettably. He says that. Well, yeah. Trevor, I think that every time I'm in the booth listening to Dale, believe me. Wow. All right. So John was tight on the 7 ball.
Well, a couple of things. You talk about lucky and unlucky. That 8 ball was actually in the pocket and came out.
Yeah.
And John got just super, super unlucky again. Tarek he got very fortunate.
And he just drills the 8. Wow.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Not the outcome that John was looking for, obviously. Definitely what Tarek was looking for. So, Tarek advances to round 2. Thank you. Wow. I mean, we ended up with over 80 likes and all kinds of shares. And I think we ended up with, are we over 900? 898 right now for subscribers. So, again, it's 10:45 here in Wisconsin. So, thank you, everybody, for sticking around with myself and Al Holden. Let's put that gorgeous mug on there, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a beauty, isn't it?
Thank you, everybody, for being here. We had a great match tonight. Always have pleasure being with Dale here in the booth.
You betcha.
And thanks again, everybody, for all that you do for the stream, too. Liking, sharing, subscribing. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks to the players.
Who wants to stick around for a redraw? I'll tell you what, and I'm being serious right now, because just the redraw because there's only 8 players, there's really not that much to that. But I'm not going to do the draw for 4.0. So, by show of hands in the chat, who wants to stick around for a redraw? Or, better yet, thank you, Brittany Olson. Much appreciated. Everybody. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Judy. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I'm going to shut the stream down. Before we do that, let's give a shout out to all these people here, because without them, me and Al aren't sitting here. I've only said that about 1 million times, and it's true. Adam Carlson and Jeremy West of the Varsity Club, Autumn Grisella, as I had mentioned before, and this is why I do the sponsor spotlight throughout the match. This is the most important thing. Well, and the viewers, of course, because I don't want to wait until the very end to say what these people mean to me. Yeah. Goes without saying.
Yep.
So, with that being said,
looks like you're...
I guess we're doing the redraw because there are a lot of hands going up, and I mean a lot. Okay, here's what we're going to do, folks. As I've done before, I don't want it to be a part of Tarek and John's match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut everything down, start the stream over. You'll get a notification within a matter of about 5, maybe 6, 7 minutes. So get yourself a water, go to the bathroom, take the dog out, whatever you need to do. And once I go live again, you're going to get a notification for the redraw. All right? So see you all in just a couple of minutes. Thank you, everybody.